Brown Hill House by Eldridge Anderson Architects in Brown Hill, Australia. Brown Hill House has been envisaged as a simple, robust form that reflects the natural fall of its site. Accommodating stepped floor plates delineating family zones, the design shapes a generous central courtyard cut from the form to allow natural light to penetrate. The central open space was designed around the tall gum trees scattered across the site, allowing the built environment to integrate with the existing natural one. A curved roofline is a further mediation, bending graciously around the treed landscape and inclining in sync with the slope of the site. Bunkering farther into the landscape as it falls from back to front, Brown Hill House is composed of a robust material selection arranged in clean volumes, leavening the elemental qualities of the surrounding landscape while finding an accord with them through a complementary palette of soft grays and warm browns. Concrete brick walls provide weight and clarity, defining the perimeter of the building and allowing the roofline to extend gracefully above. The courtyard, which has been designed as a visual extension of the house, is constantly present through generous glazing and ensures a further sense of visual connection between rooms. Our clients approached us after seeing our work on social media, in particular, a project we completed in Ballarat a number of years ago. Our clients are a young family with 3 boys and an active lifestyle. They have lived in the Ballarat area for a number of years and were drawn to the idea of living on a larger site, where their children could explore the surrounding bushland. They are a social family, often entertaining friends or family from interstate, and the house was required to be able to host larger gatherings, whilst retaining the feeling of an intimate family home. Our clients were particularly interested in creating a house that allowed them to keep a passive watch over the children, whilst maintaining privacy and spaces to retreat. The brief focused on the idea of a reasonably robust and cost-efficient family house that would age gracefully and sit comfortably on the sloping site. It seemed important to provide a clear overall space that was well connected and also had breakout spaces for different activities, entertaining, and kids' play. When we first visited the site, we saw a series of very tall trees with minimal foliage at the lower levels. Our interest was to maintain the existing trees where possible, as well as to work with the natural contour of the land falling in 2 directions. Following an arborist assessment, we felt that a building that maintained a singular presence and shifted around the existing features would be the most suitable approach. The circular courtyard eave began to emerge in the early stages of the design, allowing us to develop a scheme that was inwards facing with a strong connection to the landscape. The courtyard also began to provide some separation to the family gathering spaces from the more private zones of the house, whilst retaining the visual connection. The glazing steps around the edge provide articulated corners and allow the sun to warm the concrete in cooler months, and protection in summer. The natural slope of the site fell in 2 directions and prompted a series of levels and a sloping roofline that reflected the gentle fall over the site. The footprint and arched roof edge were intended to provide sun protection to the glazing while allowing light and visual connection between zones of the house. The arch was also offset from an original tree that proved too unstable to retain and eventually provided a nice central space for the pool and lawn terrace. Our approach was driven by an efficient response to the brief and site, in particular, the existing trees, the slope of the site, and its orientation. The courtyard space was developed as the key design driver and orienting device that connected the house and provided a central sheltered focal point. The courtyard was located to take advantage of the northern aspect, and the internal spaces were laid out around the courtyard. As the sun moves throughout the day, the light that is allowed to enter or excluded depending on the depth of the curved folded steel eave creates a dramatic sense of time and enclosure.